ominous castle.
I didn't even realize we were that close.
But more precisely, we're going here.
In case you can't tell, it's a completely new recording session. It's been quite a while since our last one.
It's been quite a bit since we've played this. We really sort this. There we go.
Oh, you can. Okay.
It's much easier to find my stuff when it's all together. Oh man, we have like nothing for clothing. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not obvious that I have been doing this in my spare time. I have.
Continue immediately when the inventory and knew how to sort stuff. I would say yes.
I've also gotten better at the combat system, and I know how to fight the Lionels if we ever run into one. Oh my god, we need more inventory space.
Yes, we do. We were on our way to the woods or something, because that's where the Maraca guy is, right?
Yeah, oh god, that forest is crazy.
Is it? Like crazy good or crazy bad?
Yes.
Okay, can you pull up the map?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it is?
Mm-hmm.
Should we go there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well,
we don't have enough hearts to do the main thing you're supposed to do when you get there.
Oh, no, but...
As we've talked about on the channel before, the Master Sword.
Yeah.
You need 13 hearts at least to get it, and it's rough. It is really rough. It does take a while, and you can die from doing it.
I'd still think it'd be priority so we get more inventory, because that's been a big hassle for us lately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a huge problem. We found way more guys, I think, with this than I have with my playthrough.
Yeah, especially when we get to the desert area, we'll probably need a lot more inventory.
We for sure will.
And that would be the next place. So,
we're going to get this tower, which is a really tough tower to get.
Oh?
We're going to try and get it the sneaky way, which we
will
not do really well, because in this particular playthrough, we did not buy the ninja armor.
Do you remember where it's at?
Yeah.
We can also get that.
We probably should. We'll need it for the desert.
As you keep saying.
We'll for sure need it for the desert. Like, you can't even do the desert level without getting the ninja armor. I mean, you can, I guess, but like you can't like sneakily do it.
Oh, that's a cool... Wait, look up the tower again. Is that like a skull?
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
It rose up through one of the monster skulls, and there's like half of the top of it is a monster skull. It's part of the challenge of climbing it, because you can only successfully climb it from one side, because you have to get onto that side where the skull is, because you can't climb up it on the other side.
Oh.
It's meant to be like a extra challenge, as it were.
I'm liking how each of these towers is its own unique experience. They could have very easily copped out and... Oh, jeez, those guys are big. They could have easily copped out and just had them all be the same. Maybe have just, like, different enemies at the bottom.
Right.
But I've noticed a lot of them have different, like, mechanical issues with them. Like that one we found on top of that, like, fortress where the Calamity Ganon goop was.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that one was nuts. We gotta go back there again sometime. Now you're a little more boosted. And now you know what you're doing, too. We might be able to take out those... No, we will be able to take out those drone things.
Oh, yeah.
We were scared to even get close to those before. Goodbye, OP Spear.
Yep.
Now we get not as OP Spear.
Definitely not OP Spear.
Oh, I like the color on these lizard folk.
The purpley one.
Yep.
Purpley one's he falls in the muddy auto.
Turns out he's Ouija the whole time.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, there's Froggy.
Frogs. We need those. We need to collect all the ingredients, which we have not been.
Oh, that's cool. They're called hot-footed. Aren't there actual tropical frogs that are... That's like a nickname because they have such a bright red feet.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some very interesting Amazon frogs, for sure. I remember as a kid I used to be fascinated with like that kind of National Geographic stuff. Speaking of not having inventory. Let's drop the leaf. Or just chuck the spear. Oh, that looked cool.
Yeah, the spears go the farthest when you throw them.
Oh, sweet.
Which is very nice.
Because like
the only downside is, of course, 90% of them break after you've thrown it, so they're not as great afterwards. I think this comes alive.
Like I said in my off time, whenever I get to play this...
Oh no, there's a fire guy there, that's what it is.
I really want to just use throwing weapons. So spears, boomerangs, bows, I guess. Probably bows more than anything, but now that I've seen how much you need bows for the main quest line,
he's like, hi!
maybe not as much.
Fire at you.
Oh,
He auto
meteors.
dies? No, he just sinks into the mud.
He put out his little hair.
He's like, what the?
Oh, they have a little face down there on their torso. Oh, that's what happened. GG.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye fire arrow thing.
Oh yeah, you got the gale thing. Do you want to use your last gale so we can get up this tower?
Yeah, it's the best way to do it, honestly. But we're gonna have to. You know what? I think we can do it from here. Go like this.
Oh good, there isn't a guy at the top of that tower over there.
I mean, there's supposed to be that fire guy. So come on.
Okay.
Oh god.
Nah, you still got plenty of stamina to get to the next mushroom shoulder.
Mushroom shoulder. I hope it doesn't stop to recover stamina on my mushroom shoulders. Oh jeez, this is the worst.
I heard they're like doing a complete remake of the Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, they are. It's supposed to look way better. Like be beautiful graphics and like a HD remix of everything.
Yeah, that wasn't before my time, but it was. I didn't have very many games on the PlayStation 2.
Didn't have that game, and I regret not having played it, having realized after watching the Game Grumps playthrough, which I was quoting a minute ago, and having not realized it was such a great game, and I loved watching their playthrough of it because for me, I'd never played the game, so it was just a brand new experience. It was really nice to actually have that, like, for the first time as a group with somebody else playing it, so it was legit pretty cool.
And it was pretty great to have Aaron fully knowing how the game works, and having Danny play, who's never played anything like it before. It's kind of like when Aaron plays Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Danny was there, and he like, of course, knew about Pokemon.
Right.
It's pop culture now.
Yeah.
But he's never actually seen gameplay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like crazy to think of as a gamer, especially since he plays games.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. But yeah.
There's a skull.
Yeah, there's
the bottom half of the mud has the other half of it dangling in it.
Huh.
So when the tower rose up from the ground after we activated them all, it broke the skull in half.
It actually reminds me of all things of Dark Souls 3 weapon from the last DLC.
Mm-hmm.
It's called like Crucifix Halberd or something like that. Pretty much, it's a halberd and it has one of the undead kings, hollows or whatever, on it, because he can't truly die. And, like the special moves it activates some abilities on him, and pretty much it's his skull wedged onto the the blade end of the halberd, so it's more like a maul.
Okay.
And he has a long single skeletal arm that wraps around it.
All right, so we're actually right next to the part we need to be to get to the tree guy.
That's the forest?
Yep.
Oh, I always thought it was going to be like southwest or something.
Right in the middle. Well, right in the middle on the north.
Past this mountain range.
Technically right there.
Oh.
The mists.
Oh.
But,
what is this, Barovia?
The Barovian mists are obviously worse, but, these mists are pretty bad, too. Hopefully we have a torch.
Yeah, you do.
If not, we'll be pitching something into the nothingness.
Remember, I was like, we always need a torch, because apparently when they're on fire, the durability doesn't go down.
Yeah. Which is great, because that's what a torch is supposed to do. Be free, goat. Alright, so...
Oh, is that a cherry tree over there? Wait.
Dangerous. Yes.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah. That's the tree we're going to.
Is that the great tree, or whatever?
I think so.
Ooh, okay, now this is reminding me of old school Zelda right here.
And it will even more so as we go into it.
Because like I said, never played any of the games, but I've seen a lot of like forest stuff. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You sure this isn't Barovia? Because these woods are straight up Barovian woods.
They definitely are.
All we're missing are vampires and skeletons and wolves and werewolves.
So if it's not blatantly obvious, they want you to follow the torches.
What happens if you don't?
The mist engulfs you and you end up back in the bathing. Standard Lost Woods.
This is really spooky.
It is.
Quite a transition between where you were before. Okay, I wasn't sure if you could make it that far.
Torch there. Alright, now this part is tricky. So, you see the torch? See how the sparks are going that way?
Yeah.
That's the way we have to go.
Oh man, it's almost like you've done this before.
As we move, it'll tell us which direction we're supposed to go.
Oh.
So go that way. This is a trick, a Raptor pro tip. Hashtag Raptor pro tip.
Biff pro tip.
Biff pro tip.
Pew 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 pew.
Is follow.
Is that a face?
Yes, the trees have two faces on them. One that's screaming and one that's closed.
Oh. I like how Japanese.
You're supposed to follow the screaming the mouth closed faces. That's another way to get through the forest. But like this way is way freaking easier because you just hold up your torch, follow the path the torch lays before you.
How did you even figure that out?
You don't. You get lost at that particular part and frustratingly stop playing the game for months because you've attempted to go through it 1 billion times. That wasn't me. I cheated. But I asked someone who did it before and was like, hey, how do I get through this? And they were like, follow the embers in the torch, you Dorcas. And I was like, oh, alright, cool.
I like how people do that for, that's the joke with Dark Souls veterans, is how they are like, oh, yeah, it's so easy, duh. And it's like, well, no, it's easy because you know what to do.
It's convoluted as shit to 90% of the people who've done it.
A lot of the stuff is cryptic.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, that's for games in general, and there are a lot of Dark Souls bosses that aren't that way. And also, we got screaming in the other room, so I gotta close the door.
Nah. We're gonna light stuff on fire. Light it all on fire. Burninate the countryside.
I wonder how the mic will sound with me on the opposite side of it.
Burninate the countryside. Because we're Trogdor.
Probably won't be able to pick me up when I was over there, but it definitely picked up the door.
Burninate. That tree does not burninate well. We're burninating the countryside. You missed it.
Come on, man. Why are you burning stuff?
We're burninating. That's what we do because we're Trogdor.
You're not God. You're not a burning bush.
We're a Trogdor. We burninate the countryside.
Okay.
Hashtag Trogdor.
I didn't even leave
We're
the room.
We're hashtagging the hell out of this episode if you didn't catch it.
I didn't even leave the room and you're already committing arson.
Yep. That's what I do. Burgle-largle arsony. Hashtag featuring. It's a great way to get a good wind going, is to light a giant blazing fire on the ground.
Yep.
And then the wind currents can send it through the air.
Oh, the gale already reset. That was pretty quick, actually.
Because we're in a windy area.
Really?
I think it resets faster if you're windy. Yep. See all the tree people everywhere?
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, you're going to hide. They're like, oh shit, it's Link. He eats fairies.
There he is.
Do you remember his voice?
Yes, I do. I must dance. A shalaka. It is you. We meet again. What's with the silent treatment? Don't you remember me? I'm the musician of Korak Forest, Hetsu. Even his name sounds cool when I say it in Spanish accent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed you found your way through the lost woods and made it here. So, you have brought me any Koroko seeds?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I sure hope so. If you return my lost Koroko seeds, I'll expand the size of your inventory, which is thirsty onto add another slot in. Our weapons, please.
Shoke!
Shoke! And the two Koroko seeds, deal?
Ah, that's nothing. That is
2,
nothing.
no problem. I've got like 22.
I actually kind of want to get maracas and paint them those colors.
Yeah, it's got 3 colors. The pinky red one, the green one, and the blue one, I think. So there, if you return.
Dun 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 dun. I like how even he says that.
Expand the band, a weapon stash, shakala. So then to then, do you want to expand another stash?
A dash?
Alright, I'm not going to do this a billion times. We're just going to let you skip through the inventory because you get the point.
Yep.
He keeps saying.
Continue upgrading!
Woo!
did you expand, good sir?
Everything.
Oh, and one
Look
more
at that. We got
shield.
one more shield, one more bow, and yeah, 4 more freaking weapons.
Oh, what is this?
Yes.
What is that club's property? I obviously the sword one has increased damage down there.
Long throw.
Ooh.
That's the one you want when you with your playthrough.
Yay.
They
So
go much further when you throw them too.
Do you want the I was gonna say, do you need the torch out anymore?
No.
So
But we're gonna have to do a shrine that's in this area
whoa, those are like
in order to teleport back here.
Sweet, perfect.
So we will do that
right now.
right now.
Yay. Maybe. Eventually.
Mm.
If only we could skip things.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, we're totally skipping this part.
But say, Biff, you weren't gonna skip that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we're there. Don't even have enough time to eat your rice.
Nope. Alright.
Fateful stars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you look to the stars for guidance. The constellations are the key. Okay, but we're inside a shrine. Oh, alright.
Mm-hmm.
So how? I get there's a lot of spots here, but does it like each one a specific constellation? Like it will light up?
Alright. So, see those
See.
constellations there?
Yeah.
You have to count the number of them that are on the back wall.
Okay, there are 12 or 12.
So, this constellation here, the second one, the first one there's 5 of them in the back wall. I just did that. The second one there are 3. So, we pick this up and we go 1, 2, 3. It goes here.
Wow, thank goodness you've already done these, because that is dumb crypto.
Oh, this is horribly convoluted. I actually cheated to do this the first time I did it.
So this one has.
No, 1.
Wait, where'd you get 1? It has a lot more than 4.
No. That one. There's 2.
No, look how many dots it has. It has like.
That particular constellation.
Oh. Okay. That is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
See, even
Yeah.
after you explained it the first time, I still didn't get it.
Right. I didn't either. I got here and I couldn't figure out how to do the damn thing, and I was ready to stab people. It was awful. It was horrible. I hated everything.
Wow, and I thought we were gonna have to do another episode
Right,
on this.
so
right?
this
Oh,
is the
jeez.
same way in order to open that to that chest. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the smaller one. And the one next to it, there is 1, 2 of that one. So 4 and 2. So we come back up here.
And you just move
This
each one of these one
to
one?
2. This one to 4. Gotta figure out the other 2 parts.
Ugh, jeez, fine. I'm assuming there's something good in there?
There's 1 of that and 2 of the other.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
hopefully a weapon?
Probably.
I mean, we discussed off camera you need an Azora spear in order for us to get the ceremonial weapon
Right.
of theirs. It'd be funny if there was a Azora spear in there for any
That
reason.
would be pretty hilarious.
You know, you're just in the woods. Yeah, here's something Zora. In the woods.
Boom. Puzzle solved.
Yay! Whee! Yes. That helped a lot. Happy
Having
Lord-
done it before, way easier.
Yep.
First
Oh,
time you go
okay.
through this, yeah, one of our favorite swords.
Yep. You like running around two-handed.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll get the spirit orb from Mr. Praying Monk Man and continue through the woods on the next episode.
Yeah. So there's 4 shrines in this wood as well, including the one we're doing right now.
Oh.
So this is number 1, and there's 3 more. They each have a trial that goes along with them.
Should be interesting.
We'll do the most difficult one first.
Yay!